Hi, it's Logan from sleepopolis.com, and today I'm going to be taking a look at the new Purple Mattress. Now, Purple is one of the largest online mattress retailers, and for a long time only offered their flagship Purple Mattress. They've recently started offering this new line, the Purples 2, 3, and 4. We're going to be taking a look at them today. Now, if you are looking for my review of the original Purple Mattress, you can just Google Sleepopolis and Purple Mattress Review, and it'll pop right up. Throughout this video portion of the review, I'm going to be looking mostly at the Purple 3 with some discussion of the Purples 2 and 4. However, there will be a deeper dive into these mattresses in the written portion of my review. Now, I'm going to put the mattress through a number of tests today and give some general recommendations at the end of the review. But if you are looking for a personal recommendation, you can just leave some information about yourself, some of your sleep preferences, and a comment below, and we'll be sure to get back to you. We're going to start the review with the construction portion. We're going to jump in with the cover. Now, the cover is a polyester blend with a little bit of spandex. It's pretty thick, so it gives it a cozy feeling, and it actually has some good stretch to it, some flex, which is going to pair nicely with the hyperelastic polymer comfort layer just below. So now let's take a look under the cover at the layers of the mattress. We're taking a look at the construction of the Purple 3. The comfort layer of the Purple 3 is 3 inches tall, of Purple's proprietary hyperelastic polymer in the Smart Comfort Grid. This is the material that Purple is really known for. It provides good bounce to the mattress. It's also good for cooling, as it doesn't trap body heat the way that memory foam can sometimes be known for. Now, the grid structure is nice in that when pressure is applied and the walls of the grid start to collapse, it starts to distribute pressure across the surface of the grid to adapt to the body for pressure relief. Now, surrounding the comfort layer of the hyperelastic polymer is actually a layer of foam for edge support. It's going to allow you to sleep a little bit closer to the edge, make the bed feel a little bit bigger. Now, below the hyperelastic polymer is a thin layer of foam, which is really just a transition layer between the comfort layer and the support layer, which is made of 7.5-inch pocketed coil system. These pocketed coil systems provide support to the sleeper for spine alignment. They're individually wrapped, so they move individually, so they're really good for motion isolation, and they also do a good job of kind of providing some deep contouring to the body while you're lying on it. The combination of the hyperelastic polymer and the pocketed coil system makes for a really bouncy mattress. Now, also surrounding the support layer is an edge support layer of high-density polyfoam. On the twin, full, and queen versions of this mattress, it is 4 inches thick. On the king-size version of this mattress, it is 6 inches thick. Again, it allows you to sleep closer to the edge of the mattress and makes the bed feel a little bit bigger, which is really nice for couples that might need to use the entire surface area of the mattress. At the base of the mattress is just a thin layer of high-density polyfoam. This is really just a layer for the pocketed coil system to press off of. Now we're taking a look at the construction of the Purple Point 2. It has the same pocketed coil system, edge support, and base layer as the Point 3 and Point 4. The only difference is in the comfort layer, where the comfort grid is the same hyperelastic polymer, but is only 2 inches in height. That 2 inches in height matches the comfort layer on the original Purple mattress, so it's going to provide, the similar bounce and cooling. However, the difference in feel is going to come from that pocketed coil system. Now we're taking a look at the construction of the Purple 4. It has the same pocketed coil support system, edge support, and base layer as the Purples 2 and 3. The difference comes in the comfort layer, which is 4 inches tall, of the hyperelastic polymer comfort grid. This is the tallest out of the 3 comfort layers. That's going to give you kind of the same bounce that you're expecting out of that hyperelastic polymer. However, it's going to allow you to sink further into the mattress for pressure relief, which is going to be great for side sleepers. Now that we've seen what makes up the new Purple mattress, it's time to get an idea for the feel and firmness of it. For this portion of the review, I am going to be on the Purple 3. As I press into the top of the mattress, the first thing I interact with is that Smart Comfort Grid, which is made of the hyperelastic polymer that Purple is known for. So I'm pressing in. I can actually feel kind of the walls of the grids kind of collapsing, which is going to help to distribute weight evenly as I press into the cover. As I press in with both hands, add a little bit more pressure, you can start to see some of the bounce to the mattress. So I'm going to lie down on my back. Now, as I'm lying here on my back, my weight's pretty evenly distributed, so I'm not really pressing in too far into the mattress, mostly just interacting with that Smart Comfort grid. In my opinion, this mattress has kind of a medium firmness to it, bit of an even combination of pressure relief and support. It's doing a good job of keeping my spine line in a good position. Now, because my weight's pretty evenly distributed, I definitely feel like I'm more on top of the mattress than sinking into it. As I roll around and change positions, I don't feel stuck in any way. So I'm going to roll onto my side. Side sleepers want to be extra conscious of pressure, especially at the shoulders and the hips. Because of an increased weight concentration over a smaller surface area, side sleepers tend to press further into mattresses, and if it gets a little bit too firm in the mattress, that can cause issues. Now we're going to take a closer look at pressure points later on in the review. I did just want to point out that I don't really feel those pressure points forming at my shoulders and my hips. That Smart Comfort Grid does do a good job of distributing my weight pretty evenly. However, if you are maybe a bit bigger, strict side sleeper, something like that, you will tend to prefer a softer mattress, so you may want to check out the Purple 4. So I'm going to roll onto my stomach. Now, stomach sleepers are kind of the opposite of side sleepers. They tend to prefer firmer mattresses, as they do a good job of keeping their hips from sinking in, keeping their spine aligned in a good position. Now again, in my opinion, the Purple 3 does have kind of a medium firmness to it, and it's doing a good job of keeping my hips from sinking into the mattress. However, I am about 5'10", 190 pounds. Everyone can feel firmness of a mattress a little bit differently, so if you are a little bit bigger, your hips might sink into the mattress a little bit more. If you're a strict stomach sleeper, you may want to take a look at the Purple 2, which is going to be a little bit firmer in my opinion. But the firmness of a mattress is different for everybody because they're different sizes and weight distributions. If you are looking for a wider variety of opinions on the firmness of these mattresses and a little bit deeper description on the feel of them, you can check out the written review at sleepopolis.com. Instead of just describing the feel of the new Purple mattress to you, I wanted to give you a visual representation of where pressure points might form while lying on the mattress. So I laid out this pressure map. I'm going to lie down on it in a few different positions, and you'll see the results next to me ranging from blue for low pressure to red for high pressure. And again, for this portion, I am on the Purple 3 version of the mattress. So I'm going to start on my back. I'm going to roll onto my side. Try a few positions here on my side. Finally on my stomach. Give you a better idea of the bounce of the new Purple mattress, I have this 10-pound steel ball. I'm dropping it here. As you can see, it's a very bouncy mattress. The hyperelastic polymer that's in the comfort layer of the mattress has a really quick response to pressure, and combined with the pocketed coil system, creates a very bouncy mattress. Now we're also going to run a quick motion transfer test. I'm going to drop the same ball from heights of 4, 8, and 12 inches, which is going to simulate someone getting into and out of bed or rolling around in the middle of the night. And on the other side of the mattress, I have a seismometer, which is going to show you the disturbance that's transferred across the mattress with each of these drops. Now that the results are on screen, you can see that the disturbance obviously raises as the drops get from higher heights, which is to be expected. In my opinion, these results are pretty good for the motion transfer test, especially considering how bouncy the Purple mattress is. A lot of bouncy mattresses do transfer quite a bit of disturbance across them, but the Purple does a pretty good job of isolating that motion transfer. Many people buying a mattress want to know if they're going to feel like they're sitting on top of or sinking into the mattress. So to test this, I have the Sinkage test, in which you use 4 balls of varying sizes, weights, and densities to simulate different body parts to check to see how far into the mattress they go. So we have a 6-pound medicine ball, it's filled with sand, simulates kind of a lighter body part. 10-pound steel ball, it's the densest ball I used during this test. 50-pound medicine ball, it's also filled with sand, simulates kind of a heavier body part. Finally, the 100-pound medicine ball in the end, They're a bit bigger, assuming it's kind of the center of your body. The sinkages we see here are 1 inch of sinkage on the 6-pound ball, 2 inches on the 10-pound ball, 4 inches on the 50-pound ball, and 6 inches on the 100-pound ball. These are pretty much the average sinkages for each of these weights when I run this test on pretty much any mattress. And in my opinion, when I was lying on the mattress, I definitely felt like I was more on top of the mattress than in it. So the average sinkage combined with the quick response to pressure from the hyperelastic polymer in the comfort layer, just going to make sure you don't feel stuck in the mattress. So I would say you're definitely going to feel like you're more on top of the mattress than sinking into it. You're going to be able to move around without any added effort thanks to that quick response to pressure. Now we're taking a look at the sinkage on the Purple 2. We have the same 6, 10, 50, and 100-pound balls. There's 1 inch of sinkage for the 6-pound ball, 2 inches for the 10, 3.5 inches for the 50-pound ball, and 5.5 inches of sinkage for the 100-pound medicine ball. Now on the lower end of the spectrum, for the 6-pound ball, it's on the lesser side at 1 inch. 2 inches for the 10-pound ball is about average. However, 3.5 and 5.5 inches of sinkage on the heavy end of the spectrum is actually below average for what I've seen. So you're definitely going to feel, in my opinion, a bit like you're on top of the mattress more so than sinking into it on the Purple 2. Now we're checking out the sinkage on the Purple 4, and for the 6-pound ball, we have 1 inch of sinkage, 2.5 inches of sinkage on the 10-pound steel ball, 4.5 inches of sinkage on the 50-pound ball, and 6.5 inches of sinkage on the 100-pound medicine ball. Now on the 6-pound medicine ball, it's about the same across the board. That's because the 6 pounds isn't really heavy enough to press too far into that hyperelastic polymer. However, we do start to see increased sinkage on the 10-pound steel ball, which is pretty dense, so it's really focusing all of the weight and pressure onto one location on the hyperelastic polymer, so it can't really disperse the weight across and distribute that across the grid. We do also see increased sinkage on the 50 and 100-pound medicine ball, which is to be expected from the taller comfort layer of the hyperelastic polymer. It is going to distribute the weight a little more evenly because of the sinkage, which is going to be nice for side sleepers as you press further into the mattress. If you plan on sharing your bed with a partner, you need to use the entire surface area of the mattress. Edge support is something you're going to want to take a look at. A mattress with a strong side is going to allow you to sleep closer to the edge, make the bed feel a little bit bigger. Now when I'm near the side of the new Purple mattress, I feel really well supported and secure in my positioning over here. I don't feel like I'm collapsing the side too much. As I get really close to the side, I can feel a little bit of a difference between the feel from the Smart Comfort Grid, that hyperelastic polymer, and the edge support polyfoam that we took a look at that surrounds the entire mattress, which is meant for a stronger edge. Now as I roll onto the side here, hang off the mattress a little bit, again we do see some compression through that edge support foam, which is to be expected. However, it's doing a really good job of supporting the edge. I feel really comfortable in this position. As I sit up on the side of the mattress, think maybe putting your shoes on in the morning or getting into bed at night. Maybe not the most important position when picking on a mattress. However, it does do a good job of showing what an increased weight concentration will do to the side of the mattress. As you can see here, again, some compression through these softer layers on top, but the edge support portion of the mattress, which is specifically designed to support weight on the side, is doing a good job supporting my weight, combined with the pocketed coil system for support at the bottom. In my opinion, the edge support on the new Purple mattress is pretty strong. Just to give you some basic information on the new Purple mattress, there is a 100-night trial period, a 10-year warranty, and shipping is free, but unlike the original Purple mattress, it does not arrive compressed. However, there is white glove service available. I did want to make a quick note on the price of the new Purple mattress, as there is a difference between the 2, 3, and 4, with the Purple 2 for the queen size coming in at $1,599, the Purple 3 coming in at $2,199, and the Purple 4 coming in at $2,799. Now, why would I recommend this mattress? Is if you're looking for pressure relief. The Smart Comfort Grid does a good job of distributing your weight in multiple positions to provide pressure relief and comfort, regardless of what type of sleeper you are. I would also recommend this mattress if you're looking to sleep a bit cooler. The grid creates air in the comfort layer, as well as the hyperelastic polymer that's used doesn't really trap heat in the way that memory foam can be known to, creating a cool sleeping surface. And another plus is that the pocketed coil system used for support creates airspace in the mattress for for airflow through it, for temperature regulation and cooling. Finally, I would recommend this mattress if you're looking for good bounce in the mattress. The hyperelastic polymer has a quick response to pressure, and it combines well with the pocketed coil system to provide a really bouncy mattress so you'll never feel stuck on the new Purple. Now those are some general recommendations. If you want some specific example people on who I think would fit well with each of these mattresses, let's say you're 180 pounds, you're a side sleeper, you want kind of a softer mattress to allow you to sink further in for pressure relief, I think the Purple 4 would be a good fit for you. If you're a bit heavier, let's say you're 240, 250 pounds, you're a stomach sleeper, you're looking for something firmer to keep your hips from sinking in, keep your spine in a good alignment, it's going to be the Purple 2. And finally, let's say you're 150 pounds, you're a combo sleeper, or you sleep with a partner who sleeps in a different position. I think the Purple 3 does a good job of combining pressure relief and comfort in multiple positions. Now those are some specific examples. However, if you are looking for a personal recommendation, please feel free to leave a note with some information about yourself and some of your sleep preferences below, and we'll be sure to get back to you. Also, if you're on a mattress buying search and you're wondering what you should be looking for, please Google Sleepopolis and Mattress Buying Guide. It's going to have a lot of information in there that's going to help you on this search. And finally, please subscribe to the Sleepopolis YouTube channel, as we're going to keep putting out more content that's going to help you get a better night's sleep. That's for the review. I hope it was helpful. Have a nice day.